Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. John Keelik here from DailyNetPay. I am the admin and the trader of the DailyNetPay private trade shares, which I trade Forex market and Bitcoin, and I share my profits up to 150% in the form of DNP advertising shares. Okay, so today is Friday, December the 27th, and you're looking at the screen right now at this week's profits. Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. It's, it's Christmas holidays, so a few days during this Christmas holidays, there was no trading. So there's only, remaining trading days were very risky with low volume, where profits were very low. Next week, it's the New Year week. It's actually will be the same with few days of no trading, as the markets will be closed. Rest of the trading days will be very risky, and I'm gonna say probably very, very risky, because and also going to be probably very volatile, as this is the end of the month and also the end of the year 2019. So I might not do much trading next week. I'm going to see how the markets are, because I don't want to lose thousands of dollars, and I don't like losing. So from this week, during that Christmas holidays, whatever days of trading we had, the profit was low, but we still came ahead, despite we had, for the amount of trades, we had 11 winning trades, 6 in Awanda. FX Choice was 5 winning trades. We had 2 losses in Awanda, and FX Choice we had 3. So winning trades, we had 11. And 5 losses. Those wins were low profits because of the low volume. Okay, and open trades we have 4 with FX Choice. So the week's profit is 1.07, and that's not bad, because there's only actually 3 so days of trading. There's any other, where DNP Cash FX, they have very, very low week's profit this week, right across of, during the holidays, so there's not much action. So let's go and stay right to the end of this video, because DNP members, there is reduction in PTS profit, earnings adjustments. I got to dip into DNP reserve fund, so no matter what, you still get paid, but it's going to be a little bit less, okay? So I will explain that, but let me go to the charts and see what's happening, what I have traded this week. Okay, so you can see this is USD Canadian dollar. We started off with from the prices up, going down, going short on USD Canadian dollar, and that was a small profitable trade. But it was also, we actually started for prices go up over here. It was a small trade. Then we started to go down from up down. Then it was formed like a channel all the way to here, and I thought this channel was going to break out. Well, guess what happened? Let me enlarge this, and in here we lost the trade because the trend went down. And once we got down here, you can see it's low volume. Okay, there was not much action. And the same thing over here is we went for prices down. That worked good. Got down to the bottom a bit, and we went from prices up. Okay, so there was winning trades, and I'm just going to show you one thing. USD Canadian dollar. Okay, and we have these 3 open trades right now in USD Canadian dollar. Okay, so these are the little longer, few days ago, and so they're still open. And but I'm talking about low volume. I'm just going to give you an example. Okay, this is a Wanda account. Look at this. We today, this was today's highest profit earning, $121 for one trade on a $100,000 USD Canadian contract. Okay, and you can see, like in here, you can see this, it was like a channel, low volume, and it dropped down, and again it was like a low volume in here channel, and it was low volume in here. Even if you go from here all the way down here, it's not much, because that is, you know, a couple days of trading. So it was really, really low, and this is just a perfect example, because usually on, you know, something like this, when I go $100,000 on a USD Canadian contract trade, there's anywhere from $400 to $1,000 profit in a day. Okay, so same effort, and the trade is low, and now it's the highest. After that, the market went down. But that's what I'm talking about. This is what I mean. That's what happens when it's low volume during holidays. Next thing is British pound and US dollar. Okay, same thing. We started over here for prices to go up. We lost that trade, and we got down, we got stopped out, then we went for prices up, and we won that trade. And over here, it was just like a little bit, you know, low volume. Once again, it wasn't much action. Then in here, okay, today, we got a little bit of action, and for prices up, we got this trade, a winning trade. British pound, Canadian dollar, we didn't trade. I didn't trade nothing that. I didn't touch British pound and Japanese yen. I didn't touch that either. Bitcoin. Actually, you know, in Bitcoin, we did quite well this week. You know, sometimes it's strange how Bitcoin works, but, you know, I was extra cautious, very conservative, and we started off over here with prices to go down. That did work good. But then, you know, I thought the prices did reverse, and it went for prices up, and we lost that trade. We got stopped out. So we got stopped out. I waited a day. We went for prices up or long, and this was like a, you know, kind of a long trade. It was kind of held over Christmas. Then eventually it went against us. Our stop loss was somewhere way down here at 11.7120. Okay, it was, yeah, somewhere down here. So it came pretty close, but the market reversed and started going up, and we took the profit. When we took the profit, well, that was a big, well, it wasn't that of a big spike. But I was a little spike, you know, it might look big, and I went for prices up to catch another, you know, little bit of profit. Then once in here, this thing went down, okay, I went quickly up, and we got some profits in here. All right, so that was the Bitcoin. British pound, Swiss franc. No, we didn't. I didn't trade that. I didn't trade British pound, Australian dollar. I did trade British pound, New Zealand dollar, and in here we had a couple losses right from the start. Okay. The market looked good because it broke down here. It gave me the signal to go down, but I thought, okay, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 hours in a row, and boom, I thought, hey, it's got to reverse in here, and you know, I should listen. Trend is your friend, but I was kind of, you know, I wanted to get some profits in here, and we got stopped out with 2 losing trades in here. But then I didn't touch this market because it was kind of like a channel, and over here we had a little bit of volatility, and went for prices up in here, and we got a little bit of profits in here. So that was what was happening. And another open trade is Euro Australian dollar, and that's open trade over here. That same thing, you know, it came down. I kind of followed with the other market, and looked like big, you know, a little bit of spike up, went way down, started reversing up, then it turned against me, and it's still open. All right, so Next thing I want to talk about, okay, the DNP news, because when you go into DNP news, you're a member of DailyNetPay. You should be if you're not, because this is where the updates are. You can see in here when you log in there, DNP trading hours, PTS profits, earning adjustments, DNP reserve fund next week is going to be the same. I'm not going to read that. This is up to you to read in here. It's your duty. I do my duty. I study the markets, trade the markets. That's a lot of work sometimes. And this is, so a little bit of your work is to stay up to date, because the earnings have been adjusted, because, you know, I have to use some of the DNP reserve fund, and, you know, we had last 2 weeks before that, great profits, both a record high and also over 10%. And I'm glad, because, you know, some of that DNP reserve fund, we have to use it to pay out. So no matter what, you still get paid out. But another thing, when you log into your DailyNetPay, I am logged in. Don't forget, this is very important. Everybody just logs in. But what's in here? Stop right now. Look, stop and read this. You must learn this. Read or watch. Basics are in here. To watch this video, you want to learn how to read your stats. It'll tell you about your stats. A video presentation. Next thing is when you go DNP Cash High Income Plan, this is another video in here. This is a totally different. This is for members who have reached the maximum of 500 private trade shares within DailyNetPay, or have at least the minimum of 200 private trade shares. Then you need to watch this to understand what will happen. Okay, so once again, this is very important. You know, the payouts will be happening. The payouts will be done probably by late tonight or early tomorrow morning, because this is the new year coming. So I want to get ahead. I got more grandkids events, and you know, like I said, this year we're spending a lot of time with grandkids during Christmas. Was fabulous. Great food, great company with all the grandkids. Most of them who were with us, and New Year's going to be the same. So there's a lot of events coming. So I want to get this thing out, and you know, next week, once again, it's going to be a slow week, but when you go in here in your DNP news, they're the same thing. The profits, earning adjustments will be happening this week, because low volume, less trading, and you know, there's only like, you know, 2.5 days of trading practically during Christmas. And next week, which was the Monday and the 30th and the December the 31st, well, that's New Year's Eve. The trading, it's not going to be much. It's going to be half a day, usually 11 o'clock. It's going to be over or something like that. So anyways, you got all the details in here. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, that's all I can say. We still did pretty good for 1.07, and next week we'll see what happens. I wish you, okay, I'll be in touch with you next week anyways, before the year end. But anyways, have an enjoyable, blessed weekend. And thank you for this beautiful, you know, DailyNetPay year end 2019. And I am, I got some new news for 2020. There's going to be a little bit more happening with DNP giving you more profits, but that's going to be exposed down the road. So once again, thank you and God bless.